Hi, I'm Laura with the Irmo Branch of Lexington County Public Library. Today I'm going to talk about resources available online through the library to learn a new skill, hobby, or craft. Let's start from lexcolibrary.com. First, go to the online resources page and scroll down to find the Hobbies Crafts Reference Center. If you'd like, you can click here to watch a brief tutorial on the basics of navigating this database. For this video, I'm going to focus on the wide variety of information and detailed instructions you can find through this resource. Click on the Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center link to bring up the landing page for this EBSCO database. You can search at the top or browse the main categories of arts, crafts, and hobbies available. The carousel at the bottom shows sources you might find useful. Let's start with View All Topics to get an idea of just how much you can find on this site. The categories are broken out into specific topics. You can expand certain topics like sewing or cooking to find even more specific links. Here's one that's of interest to me. When you click Wreath Making, it brings up a results page with a list of articles relevant to this topic. You can browse the results or narrow them further by toggling the options on the side. Click the box next to Magazine to limit the results to articles that appeared in newsstand publications. Some of the results are still a little off what I'd like to find, so after expanding the subject options, select Wreath Design and Construction to narrow it down further. Adding more options may limit the results more than you'd like, so just go up the sidebar to remove choices. When you find something that may be useful, click the result to see information about where you can find this article in the original publication. On the left side, you can open a PDF of the article to view. Notice that you can also see articles that appeared along with this one in the original magazine. On the right side, there are options to print the PDF, or you can email it or save it for later. Now, let's go back to the main homepage. If you're interested in learning to knit or refining your sewing skills, click on the link for needlecrafts and textiles. Here, you'll find all kinds of topics on arts and crafts with fabrics, from dyeing and weaving fabrics to making things using skills like sewing. Expand the topic to find different types of sewing projects to explore. If you're a new sewer and want to learn some basic skills, click All to get started. Using the options on the left side, you can narrow the search results to articles that would be helpful for a beginner. For example, by selecting Hobby Profile, the results are limited to an overview of sewing, with some tips about supplies you may need and how to get started. You can also select options under the subject to narrow down the type of sewing you'd like to learn about. Notice on the right side is a list of videos. Click Find More to open a page of more video results. Let's check out the one about how to mend a torn seam, something a new sewer may need to learn in a pinch.
How to mend a torn seam.
You can also use the search bar at the top to narrow your results to a specific area of sewing you have in mind. For instance, decorative embroidery. To refine your results with an advanced search, leave the coding the database inserted in the top bar to search within the results you've been browsing. If you find an article that matches what you'd like to learn, you can also click on any of the subjects listed to search for similar content. Let's look at another example. Maybe you'd like to grow your own backyard garden. Click on Home and Garden to bring up a page that includes topics like genealogy, cooking and baking, soap making, and pet care, all activities you can do around the house. Click Gardening to bring up a list of results. Again, you can narrow your search by subject or type of publication. Let's look at Garden and Greenhouse. Browse and refine your results as needed to find articles relevant to you. Lastly, let's go back to the home page to explore one more area. Click Arts and Crafts to find topics for makers, from painting and sculpture to jewelry and metalwork. Let's select Woodworking. Here we can see a list of results that include articles on various tools, the business and industry of woodworking, and shop safety, along with many others. Narrow down your results by selecting the type of source you'd like to see, or a specific subject, like do-it-yourself work. This brings up results that include DIY projects and tips for getting started in your own workshop. Here, in addition to a PDF document and an HTML file, you can scroll down to check out what's in this article. You also have the option to listen to this article.
Outfitting your small shop.
By clicking on one of the subjects in the article description, you can open up additional results about equipping a workshop facility. If you have an account set up with EBSCO, you can also save a page of results to a folder for later use. So, whether you're looking to get started with a new hobby, interested in tackling a particular project, or honing your craft by learning more about it, you can find a wealth of information, instructions, pictures, and videos through the Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center. If you're browsing from home, contact your local branch for current login information for this database and others. I'm Laura with the Irmo Branch. Thank you for joining me for this overview of the Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center, one of many online resources available through lexcolibrary.com. For more videos like this, search Lexco Library on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.